As winter's grip loosens its hold on the Northeast, anglers eagerly anticipate the arrival of spring fishing season. From the saltwater shores of Cape Cod to the freshwater lakes of New York, the region comes alive with diverse fishing opportunities. Let's embark on a journey through some of the best spring fishing spots in the Northeast, exploring ideal baits, gear, and timing for a memorable angling adventure. Our first stop is the renowned Cape Cod Canal in Massachusetts, a 17.5-mile artificial waterway that's a paradise for striped bass fishing. As May and June roll in, stripers begin their annual migration, creating a feeding frenzy that draws anglers from far and wide. To maximize your chances of landing a trophy striper, timing is crucial. The breaking tides, slack water just before or at dawn in June are considered prime time for catching large bass on surface lures. For canal fishing, gear up with a 7 to 7.5 foot spinning rod rated for 1 to 4 ounce lures, paired with a 4,000 to 8,000 size reel. The Penn Authority 4500 is an excellent choice for battling strong currents and powerful fish. Top lures include pencil poppers, bottleneck poppers, and walk-the-dog lures like the Drifter Tackle Dock. Don't forget bucktails and weights from 3/4 to 2 ounces, tipped with soft plastic strips. For shore fishing, consider a longer 9 to 11 foot rod to cast further and keep your line above the waves. The Van Staal VSX2 reel is a favorite among surf casters for its durability. Heading north to Maine's Rangeley Lakes region, we find a freshwater fishing paradise. As ice melts in April and May, anglers seek brook trout, landlocked salmon, and smallmouth bass. Early mornings and late evenings are typically most productive. For trout and salmon, a 9-foot 5-weight fly rod is versatile. Pair it with floating line for dry fly fishing or sink tip line for streamer fishing. Essential flies include blue-winged olives, caddis patterns, and woolly buggers in sizes 10 to 16. Spin fishers should opt for a light action 6 to 7 foot rod with 4 to 6 pound test line, using small inline spinners like Mepps Aglia or Panther Martin in sizes 0 to 2. Lake Champlain, straddling New York and Vermont, offers excellent spring fishing for lake trout, landlocked salmon, bass, and pike. For lake trout, focus on deep water, especially as surface waters warm. Downriggers and lead core lines are essential. Smelt imitating lures like long, narrow spoons and plugs work best, with the Roberts Ranger being a classic choice. When targeting landlocked salmon, concentrate on tributaries where they chase spawning rainbow smelt. Use a medium action 7 to 8 foot spinning rod with 8 to 10 pound test line and lures like the Moose Look Wobbler or DB Smelt in sizes 2 to 3. Bass fishing on Lake Champlain heats up in late spring. Use a 7-foot medium-heavy bait casting rod with a high-speed reel. Soft plastic worms, jigs, and crankbaits are effective for both largemouth and smallmouth bass. Focus on coves and rocky points during the pre-spawn period. The Androscoggin River in New Hampshire offers excellent float fishing for brook trout, brown trout, rainbow trout, and landlocked Atlantic salmon. Spring brings prolific hatches, including the alder fly, also known as zebra caddis, in late June, and the hex hatch, which lasts until late July. A 9-foot 5-weight fly rod is versatile here. Bring a variety of dry flies, nymphs, and streamers. including Adam's elk hair caddis and woolly bugger in sizes 10 to 16. Spin fishers should use a 6'6" to 7-foot medium light action rod with a 2500 size reel and 6-pound test line, using small inline spinners, soft plastic minnows, and small crankbaits. Connecticut's Farmington River, particularly the West Branch from Riverton to New Hartford, is a prime tailwater fishery for rainbow trout, brown trout, and brook trout. Spring hatches include blue-winged olives, slate drakes, caddis, and terrestrials. Use a 9-foot 5-way fly rod with patterns like parachute Adams, pheasant tail nymph, and woolly bugger in sizes 12 to 18. Early mornings and evenings are most productive, but heavy hatches can provide excellent midday fishing. In Rhode Island, Narragansett Bay offers diverse fishing for striped bass, bluefish, and tautog. For stripers, use a 7-foot to 7'6" medium heavy spinning rod with a 4,000 to 5,000 size reel and 20 to 30-pound braided line. Effective lures include soft plastic swim baits, topwater plugs, and live or chunked bait. The Super Strike Little Neck Swimmer excels for night fishing. Bluefish, arriving in May, hit topwater poppers, metal jigs, and swimming plugs. Tautog fishing, peaking in late spring, requires heavier tackle, a 7-foot medium heavy rod with 30 to 40-pound braided line, using green crabs or Asian shore crabs as bait. Lake George in New York is excellent for bass, walleye, lake trout, and northern pike. For bass fishing, which picks up in late May, use a 7-foot medium heavy bait casting rod with soft plastic worms, jigs, and crankbaits around docks, rocky points, and weed beds. Lake trout require downriggers or lead core line with 2 to 4 ounce spoons, like Castmaster or Clio. Walleye become active in the evening. Use a medium action spinning rod with jigs tipped with night crawlers or minnows, focusing on areas where shallow flats drop into deeper water. Lastly, the Savage River in Maryland offers excellent trout fishing, especially in the trophy trout area below Savage River Dam. Use a 9-foot 4 or 5-weight fly rod, prepared for blue quill hatches in April and subsequent caddis hatches. Essential patterns include blue quill, elk hair caddis, and various nymphs in sizes 14 to 18. Spin fishers should use a light action 6-foot to 6'6" rod with 4 to 6 pound test line and small inline spinners like Panther Martin or Rooster Tail in 1/16 to 1/8 ounce sizes. Remember, spring fishing success depends on understanding fish behavior, environmental factors, and local regulations. Generally, early mornings and late evenings are most productive, but this varies by species and conditions. In coastal areas, pay attention to tides and fresh water, monitor water temperature. Always check current regulations and be prepared for unpredictable spring weather. With the right knowledge, gear, and timing, spring fishing in the Northeast offers unparalleled opportunities. From saltwater stripers to wild trout, there's something for every angler. So grab your rod, check your gear, and get ready for some of the best fishing the Northeast has to offer. The spring bite is on and the fish are waiting. Follow Adventure Seeker's Paradise for more incredible journeys into nature's finest fishing spots. All our videos are now in English and Spanish.